homosexual faggot dipshit motherfucker. Fuck you, that's why. Cause fuck you, that's why. Cause helmets suck, that's why. And commies like you swallow, that's why. Fuck Pete Wilson, that's why. Fuck Dick Floyd, that's why.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. So today we're just going to be talking all about the old Trumpster and the Mar-a-Lago FBI fiasco that's going on right now. So what's if you want to go ahead and inform the people that don't know what's been going on.
Well, obviously, the FBI stormed Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago, and no one's taking credit or the blame for it, whichever way you want to go. Apparently, no one knows anything about it except for the FBI. They're just acting rogue, and they spent 10 hours there, removed about a dozen boxes of who knows what. Everyone was ordered out of the place. Security was ordered to turn off cameras, but apparently refused. And I guess a court just ordered the FBI to release basically everything that they searched and what they took. And at first, I was hearing it was bullshit, but now it's been released on multiple sources, including the Daily Wire, which they're pretty accurate with their news.
Yeah.
But
So do you personally think they found anything? I'm pretty sure Trump knew ahead of time that Trump and the Patriots, they knew well ahead of time that the FBI was coming. But not for real. Do you think they found anything, or do you think Trump knew ahead of time anything? Or I don't know. I mean, honestly, dude, the guy seems squeaky fucking clean. They've been after him for fucking years, and they can't get his goddamn thing to stick.
hundreds of witnesses, tens of millions of dollars, carte blanche for years. Some of the best so-called, FBI and ex-FBI investigators in charge of the investigations, and they turned up squat, man. And it's just grasping at straws. It's desperation. Now, I don't necessarily know what they found, but obviously removing a dozen boxes of shit, constitutes something.
Right. And so, I mean, a lot of different, conspiracy theories. Well, not really so much conspiracy theories, but just, theories going on out there. There's everything from, that basically they've just, they're trying to, JFK him, but they're just going down the list of, different things that they can try to, get him basically make him unrunnable, basically get him arrested for literally anything, preferably insurrectionum. So that way he's, completely barred from running for presidency again. But ultimately, I personally feel like I say, either way, the Trump, what Trump has done has been done already. The damage to the fucking establishment has already been done. Basically, the MAGA movement is stronger than really anything else out there right now.
It's like a Jedi. It's like a Jedi thing right now. I don't think they realize they're trying to kill him, but he's Obi-Wan out there. Like you're only making him stronger.
Right.
And I mean, and the more that they do shit that's obviously political hackery and bias, the more they just prove the man's argument that he made for 4 years, man.
Right. Fucking so do you think a lot of this is just just random fucking chance, or do you think Trump and the Patriots have really been playing 40 chess all along? I mean, honestly, it's the dude's a fucking master showman. He knows how to play everything to his advantage, and he knows exactly how to, spin everything to the way that, to work out for him and stuff, which is great. That's what we really need in a leader. That's what a leader kind of does, But of course, the Dems and the J6s and all these fucking basically smear campaign people are gonna try and paint him out to be this whole, Hitler's, Putin's, love child 2.0 type thing, and it's really we're just seeing it. He's really just probably one of the best fucking leaders that America's seen in a long, long time.
He is, and I think a lot of leaders are attacked at first, and I think after he's dead, kind of like you seen what happened when W. Senior died. All of a sudden, he's a hero. I mean, McCain died. All of a sudden, he's a hero. And these aren't people that I believe are heroes myself, mind you. But you see what they did, what death did for them. And I believe Trump will probably go down as one of the best modern day presidents, even if we or everyone else don't necessarily agree with his personality or things he says or does. It's the truth, man.
Right. Right. I mean, one way or another, he's going down in the history books, and he's gonna probably have an entire chapter. You know, fucking 100 years down the line, fucking when they're telling about this time period, he's probably gonna have an entire fucking chapter in that bitch, dude. Like, I don't know. It's a major changing of times going on right now, and there's no denying that. It's just what's going to happen. I mean, ultimately, I'm white pilled to the fullest. I think basically things are going to get better. Of course, I feel like we're at a really dark place right now, but I'm trying to stick to the whole things are going to get darkest before dawn, because really everyone's we were seeing the desperation from the Democrats and the FBI, and basically not even just the Democrats, just the deep state in general, and the FBI, and we're seeing the desperation moves from them now. They know that they've lost the people, the people, which is basically their base. They're bleeding hearts that they were able to I I don't know, I guess basically prey on their votes and stuff like that. They're seeing that they're losing that base. The people are starting to wake up to them, to their bullshit.
I agree, and I hate to call it even the word the term that's used for it, but I believe the world's waking up to liberalism. I mean, even Macron of all people come out and said we don't want America's wokeism here. It's destroying society, and we're talking
Right.
about a place that's kind of already being destroyed by leftism as is, right? But even
Right.
they see like, damn, these guys have gone way too damn right?
Right.
And one of the scariest things to me though is something that we touched on in the convo earlier is the reaction from the right and the Trump's core supporters basically. They're they're almost like, hey, well, they're setting the precedent. Like now let's do this to every ex president. And yeah, I mean, it's just like further devolving. You know what I mean? Our system into
Right.
complete shit and chaos, man.
Right.
That's
And
definitely not to go. I
right.
don't want to pull the Republican jellyfish card, like, oh, we'll just bend over and do it. But let's take it the way we need to do it, as far as taking back House, whatever, the White House, and then you deal with the lawbreakers, persecute them, shit like that, fire people. I mean, the whole train. But he's got to go ham this time. If Trump gets back in office, he's not going to run again. So he just needs to go fucking ham,
Right.
dude.
Right. You get in there and fucking clean house, man. Fucking a whole new chapter in American history, man. But like I say, fucking ultimately, like it's we're seeing some great things happening right now. Whether it's fucking like I say, the desperation on the left fucking is becoming apparent to even their own supporters and stuff like that. And basically the MAGA movement on the right is stronger than ever. Like he's got the highest endorsement rate in basically American history. Like in everyone that he fucking says, vote for that guy. He could even vote for him at fucking. You could even say the day before, all right, people vote for that guy, and that dude's gonna win. Even if he's fucking trailing. Like basically the influence he's got. It's amazing. And like I say, it basically seems like he's running under the Republican Party and stuff like that, but ultimately he seems pretty liberty minded. Basically he seems like he just wants to like he's running on make America great again. Bring back old school America and stuff. Basically where fucking this unsocialized fucking new liberal world order fucking run America. He's trying to basically bring it back to the days before that. It seems.
But then he's got the flip side of that, where he wants to reinstitute stop and frisk and death sentence for fucking drug dealers, low level
Right.
drug dealers. Or I mean,
Right.
that's madness. That's pretty off turning as far as I'm concerned, man. And
Right.
if the left had any semblance of you know process left, that you might consider a vote for somebody else. But unfortunately, you're in that rock and a hard place, man.
Right. Do you think maybe Trump? I don't know. I don't know. Fucking a lot of people might get mad at the thought, but maybe has become a bit power drunk. Maybe like maybe that's the reason he's going out there and even though his advisor is telling him it didn't go over well the first time, just please don't say it again. And then he goes out there and oh, I'm gonna say it again, you guys. And do you think he's just becoming arrogant with power, or do you think he's you know just trying to pander to that small percentage of super duper old Bible Belt conservative, crowd, but
I think
meanwhile
that's
alienating his other voters.
I think that's just him, man. I
Yeah,
think he just goes off the cuff. He says whatever he thinks is going to get the biggest rise out of people. And let's not forget that he's a New York business den, man. And where did the stop and frisk and shit come from? New
right,
York, New York, New York.
right,
And dude, I mean, that's what he's trying to take it back to. And to an extent, obviously, that's great. I mean, that time period is some of the strongest in America's history as far as economics and whatnot. But at the same time, it's dude, I mean that's not liberty, bro.
right, right. It's I almost don't want to say it, but it seems pretty fascist. This, right? I mean, almost,
Authoritarian.
yeah, just authoritarian right, which is basically, what you'd consider, I guess, fascism. But ultimately, like I say, if I can, I highly doubt that all this stuff that he's going on about executing things, citizens and things like that. Not so much citizens, but fucking civilian drug dealers and stuff like that. Basically, the your uncles and your fucking cousins and shit like that. I doubt he's gonna get anywhere near accomplishing that much of a goal. But just, I guess the message of trying to actually stop drugs. It's a good message, but ultimately, like we see, he's going about it all the wrong way. He's basically trying to revive the war on drugs, and it's like, dude, like that was a fucking, how many years, fucking how many billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, fucking down the drain on a completely failed fucking drug war, and like we're seeing with cannabis, fucking, if you legalize it, fucking there'll be a big old influx of interest and stuff like that, and then it's just gonna kind of be a little fad thing and stuff like that. Like a lot of the younger people I see, like the younger, I don't want to say fucking teenagers, but the high school kids, they ain't fucking smoking weed back out behind the fucking school like they used to, or like they did back in my day.
Because they're snorting fentanyl.
Right, for real. That's what I'm saying, man. Legalize all of them. But
I mean,
yeah, fucking,
it works in other countries.
yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, look at fucking, what was it, like Portugal, I believe, somewhere like that. I believe Portugal, and I believe there's one other place that has all drugs legalized, and yeah, they don't really have a problem with it. I mean, they do have their few addicts and stuff like that, but generally, they're far and few between, as opposed to here, where you know you have to fucking literally dodge them walking down the street.
You know how I feel about the drug situation. But as far as Trump is concerned, I mean, a lot of it's rhetoric, obviously, but at the same time, I believe that he also has a lot of conviction and those beliefs that those tactics work. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I believe if he gets back in, even if the Republicans have this red wave that's being talked about, I believe there'll still be enough resistance between the Democrats that are left over and the few Republicans that are. I mean, I don't want to say rhino because that's cheese mo, but at this point, really, what else are
Right. What do you think of his talking about Xi Jinping, like, oh, he's got a great drug policy. They do the quick trial. Like, why the fuck are you so admirable of old Xi Jinping? Not saying so much admirable but of him, but at least, if anything, you admire his drug policy, which is, like I say, they don't have a fucking drug problem. What they have is a fucking dictator problem. And that's a lot bigger of a problem than a fucking drug problem, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that's going way too far. Giving some communist dictator props on
Right.
how he puts down his own population or whatever. But at the same time, like you said, he is pandering to a huge portion of his base that it's this Christian right, and
Right.
anything that has to do with illicit drugs, it's for devil. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That devil lettuce. Them goddamn hippies.
It's for madness, I tell you.
Right. But I don't know. I don't think he's, obviously he's not talking about cannabis, because I mean, he's one of the people that was pro medical cannabis, but at the same time, he's pro medical cannabis, which is basically fucking, oh, let the government keep track of how much weed you're smoking. But I mean,
And
I'm
you
I'm a
got to
medical patient myself, so I can't really say much. But that's because I don't have to pay fucking. That's so I can pay less state taxes.
right.
Right. But but yeah, so I mean, he seems yeah, at least pro medical cannabis. I don't know if he's pro just recreational or just all out federal legalization of cannabis. I would hope so, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he's talking about illicit drugs and things like fentanyl. Of course, fentanyl's the big thing. Everybody fucking hates fentanyl. Even the fucking people that do fentanyl fucking hate fentanyl. It's a
Oh,
it's a bad thing, man.
yeah,
Yep.
the war right now is definitely opiates, as far as they're concerned. But I do think he's from that age group. I don't necessarily believe he's talking about cannabis when he's saying death sentences, brother. But
Right,
I
right,
do believe he's from that age group that he's not cool with the old tweeds, the
yeah,
recreational. So he's probably not even really cool with it medically, but he's like, there's a
yeah,
doctor involved, that
right,
situation.
right. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I say like that's like pretty much why we do the show, because I feel like he's missing out on a large base of his people, of voters and stuff like that. With just some conservatives that like to fucking smoke weed after a long day of work and shit like that. It's a big fucking portion of his voters, and that's really who we try and reach out to. And yeah, like I say, it's almost like, dude, you're letting us down, man. Come on, you know. But
Yeah, sure.
yep. Like I say, I do really think that he's not so much reefer madness, but I do think he's just a pretty authoritarian, and he thinks that basically it's the devil's lettuce type thing, and but ultimately he knows that him coming out as a anti-cannabis is pretty much gonna just, oh, okay, yeah, he's gone, just the amount of I guess support that weed has, and just the fact that it's like pretty much legal in most of the states now. I think him coming out as anti-cannabis would be the death toll, or would be the final, not so much the final nail in his coffin. I don't really think people care that much about weed anymore, but I think it'd be a major fucking blow to his campaign and his voter base.
Quite possibly, but I believe after this economic situation, people are ready to vote for just about anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
like this time, there was a lot of people that were, I'll vote for anybody but Trump just to like keep the peace, basically. And this time around, it's to get out of fucking economic hell, man. But
Right.
dude, what do you think about all these cats like the lizards like Pelosi on there, and they're asking her about the Mar-a-Lago shit, and it's huh? Trump's being raided? I mean, they just act completely dumbfounded.
Right, right. I mean, it's either one of two things. I mean, I guess you would really have to look close, get someone that really, really kind of knows body language, I guess, to an extent. But I mean, 'cause it's either, of course, it's either one of two things. Either one, they're just playing dumb. Huh? Oh my goodness! What do you mean, Hunter's laptop? Hunter never had a laptop. That type of fucking just playing dumb, or the FBI is secretly the one behind the strings, is the fucking the one behind the fucking curtain, really the one running everything. And basically like we see with fucking Kennedy, when you start threatening their power and you get elected, they can't let that happen. So there's a possibility that maybe they were acting of their own accord to save their own asses and stuff like that. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure they're very much bedridden with the Democratic Party, and possibly even a bunch of the rhinos, the swampy fucking rhinos in the Republican Party too. It's been like I say, until the MAGA movement really came about, it seems like it's been a slow fucking haul until like, oh, we're gonna take away some of your freedom. Oh, no way, we're gonna give you that freedom back, but we have to sacrifice this freedom. Like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna give that freedom back, but we're gonna sacrifice it. And slowly it's just like just sacrificing freedom just so you could get one back. And it's literally just been a just pretending to bicker at each other. So at the end of the day, they really just get more power. And I think Trump is really the first person to kind of come in and throw that big wrench in the gears. Other than people, of course, like Ron Paul and people like that. But ultimately, as you saw, when people would come out like that, they really get silenced, or nobody wants to talk about them. No main they don't get any sort of mainstream press. You know,
But at the same time, I think that after 240, 46 years of precedent, that they wouldn't break that so nationally, especially with Trump's platform. They know it's not going to be under wraps for more than 30 seconds, and without like Merrick Garland, the Department of Justice signing off. Oh Garland, I mean, I believe these toads are all in. That's what I think.
yeah.
I believe it's party
Ultimately,
wide.
yeah, I definitely believe that too.
For sure. I mean, it's the entire admin from the press secretary to Bedrins with Biddens himself to Garland to the FBI, and their main goal from this point for the next 2 years is just to find some way to keep Trumpkins from running.
Right. That's literally, all that they've been doing. Like I said, they're literally just going down a list and checking off every single box that they can get to, and like, oh well, let's try to get him for insurrection. That's the first thing. Let's get, January 6th insurrection. Right, right. Of course, the impeachments were the first attempts and things like that, right? But then the big one was after he was out of office, and now they have to get him arrested so that way he can't run again. The first thing was an insurrection, and then now they're just going down lists and just checking on. Oh, that one failed. Oh, that one failed. That one failed. That one failed. Now they're getting desperate, and the desperation's starting to show.
Do you think if they did find something against him, it would hurt all his candidates coming here in November? Or you think it would be,
It,
like a domino
as,
effect, or
as per their popularity, no, no, definitely not. If anything, I think it more in power. I don't know. It depends on what they found, of course. It really depends on what they found. If it is, really that incriminating, it would have to be very, very incriminating, though. Because I mean, even if they found like fucking some I don't know something, whatever, it's I still don't think fucking he would lose his base. Literally the day after he got raided, he got the largest fucking campaign funding, fucking donations in campaign history, in any campaign history, in a single day. The day after he got raided, like his fucking base literally exploded. Like fucking, it's already been huge, and it just exploded.
you think a big part of that was because they didn't do anything but that? Like there was no arrest made or anything. So a lot of his base just took it as, show.
Probably, probably. Well, that's why I say it's really all going to depend on whenever they come out with the results of the execution of that warrant, not a raid. Definitely not a raid, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, but I think that if they really did find something, anytime they've had a chance, they would have came forward because they come out with the stupidest shit. They're like Trump had this fucking piece of paper one time, you know what I mean? And I mean, they're like he threw a plate, there was ketchup on the wall. Like, who gives a fuck, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There must
Fuck.
have been a secret code. Yeah.
He was
Fucking
flushing notes down the
he
toilet.
was flushing nuclear fucking launch codes down the toilet, you guys. Yeah, dude. I mean, ultimately, yeah, he was the president. He does have ultimate access to just about every fucking thing within the federal government and stuff like that. But I don't know. Does he have access to all the fucking FBI and CIA files too as president? I mean, you would think so, but that's the thing. Are
You
they
know,
are they operating that secretly?
other government officials, like you just said, like FBI or a CIA, if they leave, they keep their security clearance, man. That's why that Trump was trying to get like Brennan's and those them removed because they're ex CIA and FBI, and once Trump got elected, they're out here doing the fucking talk show circuit
Yeah.
with security clearances. So he was trying to get theirs removed, man. So that's how I found out. That's I started reading up on it. And it's actually they keep their security clearance. It's
Yeah.
madness. So they're out there fucking with secrets and shit, and then once shit goes down, they already have a book written to fucking make $1 million about it real quick, and you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Fucking I don't know. Do you think if they were ever if the entire federal government were to ever go completely transparent, do you think fucking the nation would topple overnight? Do you think people would just like? Do you think we're the nation's ready for all the secrets that are held within the government?
I mean, there might be an initial. an initial shock phase, of course, and some heads might roll over it, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit. But at the same time, I mean, I mean, we're a halfway civilized country. I mean, we're not complete savages, right? I mean, we're
Right.
reining it in at some point and fucking move on. But I believe it needs to happen myself.
Yeah, definitely, man. So fucking let's talk about the whole Hillary aspect of it and what's going on with her, which is nothing. Right?
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously got a way worse case against her, and I mean, we had the head of the FBI come out on national television and say, "Well, we didn't detect, malicious intent, basically. So, we're not going to charge her. No one would convict her." I mean, what
Right.
the fuck? But they'll go tear his house apart, searching for something to, you know what I mean?
Right.
There like they're just looking. There isn't even a crime. There isn't a suspicion. It's just let's go look through some shit and maybe we'll find some stuff.
Right. Like I think Bongino's been saying, they're searching suspects in search of a crime instead of crimes in search of suspects. It's literally they're just targeting people that they don't like and trying to find anything to arrest them on. Like the FBI is investigating fucking misdemeanor crimes. What the fuck is going on, dude? Like
Yeah,
what the hell is going on?
yeah, it's insane. I believe, I was kind of joking about it earlier, but it's reality. I think boomers have reverse mortgaged our country, man, and dude, we're gonna find out soon, and that's the issue. And the scam's up. It's a Ponzi scheme, brother, and you and I pay for it off our backs every day, man.
Right. They've been saying, "Oh, well, it's not going to be us that has to worry about it. It's going to be our grandkids." And every generation says, "Oh, our grandkids are going to have to worry about it." Well, fuck, dude, we're those goddamn grandkids, man. you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's gonna be even worse for our kids, man. It
Right. Yeah.
really is.
Actually, I mean that's like I said, ultimately I don't think it's going to be like a fucking you know, a long fucking multi-generational like depression of just America's gonna plunge into a third world country. We're definitely too strong of a nation for that. We're not gonna be starved out overnight. Like no other nation's gonna literally step in and fucking even if another nation were to take the world power fucking reigns or something like that, we would still be a superpower. Like we're not gonna be a fucking starving nation of fucking eating fucking animals in the streets and shit. But ultimately, it is gonna get rough, and I think ultimately I think it's gonna collapse, and then something else is just gonna spring back up. Like I think it's gonna be just a boom, something new now.
Yeah, I'd say the closest to it, man, in recent times would be the depression, right? And we see then, man, it got pretty bad. I mean, there was people starving. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
obviously, and now it's even more populated. And at the same time, the only thing that's really held us up is because of world trade currency status. And
Right.
obviously, we got some countries that are trying to push that off the cliff, man. Every
Right.
chance they get.
I mean, ultimately, like I say, it's gonna take if that were to happen, we should be fucking ramping up fucking domestic. I mean, the chips and science fucking um bill. Fucking. I guess we're starting to ramp up at least in some aspect domestic chip production, things like that. Science, technology, and things like that, which is good. We've been. Why shouldn't we? Why have we been sending it off and fucking outsourcing it for fucking all these decades, and now fucking our domestic we don't have fucking shit produced domestically. We don't know how to fucking produce shit domestically. Fucking like yeah, we know how to think of great ideas, and then we fucking teach the rest of the world how to fucking do those ideas, and now fucking our own people don't know how to fucking do shit. We literally just know how to consume. We're a nation of consumers.
It could almost spin off into a whole nother episode. But obviously, we know where this started. It's the let's replace the father with government, man. Everybody's got to have a job, regardless. If there is two parents, they're both at work all the time. There's a huge portion of the households is a mom with daddy government throwing in a little food stamps here and there, and it's degradation from that point on. And then you throw in Common Core, No Child Left Behind, everybody gets a trophy, words are violence, all this shit. And
Right.
This is what it culminates to, man.
Right. And that's why I say that I feel like, just the conservative mind frame and stuff is just the complete antithesis of that. Like that's why I feel like a lot of conservatives prefer to live in, like rural areas and things like that. They prefer to, even if it's just in their little fucking slice of the world, just live in a place where they feel like they don't have to lock their doors, or their kids can walk down the street and they don't, or their kids can walk to the fucking little corner store and they don't have to worry about if they're gonna make it home or not. Like yeah, I think that's basically the world that's the world that conservatives would like to live in America. And I feel like a lot of these um liberals and stuff like that that live in these big inner cities, grew up in these big inner cities, and I feel like ultimately deep down they really want that too. Like nobody fucking loves living in chaos. I mean, there are those people that can't sleep at night without hearing fucking horns and knife fights out their fucking window and shit. But ultimately, like, it's not a way to fucking live. Like, I mean,
It's pretty madness, man. I mean, like, why would you want to do that? You live in an apartment for fucking 4 grand a month. I mean,
right,
that's insane. Or, and then even if you say, in the hood or whatever, the hood is usually away from everything, man.
right,
Just to go grocery shopping, you got to drive fucking 40 minutes or whatever.
right,
And I don't understand the want or the need to live in the city, other than you can't find a job in a rural area, or it's tougher to find a job in a rural area, I should say.
right. I mean, that's there's a lot of people just gotta. I mean, at the same time, what has led to that too? It used to not be so hard. I mean, as long as you had a vehicle that didn't cost you fucking 50, 60 thousand dollars, and you were able to buy a piece of property and a fucking build yourself a little home, or fucking even just get a little home and fucking add on to it over the years, that didn't cost you fucking $500,000. Like that's it's really fucking it's becoming too hard to live a normal life. And that's why I say ultimately I feel like a lot of these people that grew up in the inner cities, they really thrive for that. Like I grew up in the city most of my life. I mean, at least somewhat of a city. But it's and like I say, ultimately, like it was fun growing up and stuff like that, like riding, the fucking local bus systems, fucking going downtown, hanging out at the bars and shit like that. Like it's fun for a little bit, but it does, get old. It gets fucking tiring real fast, and that type of life ages someone real quick. So I don't know. That's why I say,
Yeah,
yeah, when you're young, fucking yeah, that's the type of thing that's fun. You're around a bunch of people, you're living big city life and this and that type shit. But then ultimately when you get older you get more conservative, you just get tired, and they're really just trying to destroy that way of life for everybody. They just want everybody to just be in shared misery. you know but I feel like
see,
there's a lot of people that don't want that.
of course. I mean, I'm sure it's probably 60-40 in the positive direction, man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Most people just want to be left alone and live life, and just be comfortable. And,
right,
the vast majority aren't even out here trying to be rich, man. You just want to have a roof over your head and not struggle, and have some recreational toys, man.
right. That's what it's all
Uh,
about, man. But yeah, fucking I don't know. Like I say, fucking it's 60-40, and I feel like it's growing by the day. I think people are getting tired of the. Yeah, it's been glorified too for fucking for decades. Fucking dirty city living, fucking shit like that. It's been glorified in pop culture and movies and fucking in everything really. Fucking the only people that glorify fucking you know rural living, fucking living for your family, is fucking that corny ass fucking country music, dude.
and horror movies, dude. It's
Right.
a great setting for horror flicks, dog.
Right. Right. Fucking, you don't want to live out there. They killing and raping motherfuckers out there. Like, no, motherfucker, they're killing and raping people in the city.
Yep, man. But also something to throw out there, man. But it was weird, the coincidence, the Mar-a-Lago thing on the same day as another Biden loss. Like, they're like, inflate. They try to act like it was a victory, right? Inflation and whatnot. But
Right.
it's still the highest it's been in fucking almost my entire life, man. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
it's pretty
Biden even
bizarre.
fucking even boasted on fucking Twitter fucking 0% inflation for July. Like, Yeah, but it's fucking 8.1% overall, like fucking or 8.5%, I believe. And fucking what was it last month? Fucking like 9 point something percent or 10? Did it break 10? I
It
don't.
was pretty close. It was like 9.8 or something, I
Right.
believe, or 9.7 maybe peaked. But either way, man, it's like, dude, fucking, they're like, dude, it's a party, man. It went down like 0.01%, man. It's a
Right.
party out.
We're doing
I
big
mean,
things.
yeah, the shit they claim is victories, man. It's fucking, dude, complete losses.
Right.
Wow, wow, wow.
All
And they're
right.
throwing, man. And
Right.
then the same day, they're like, hit Trump's joint real quick.
Right. Fucking
I
oh,
took an L. He's taking an L.
right. Fucking oh, see, fucking we signed that $279 fucking spending package to fight inflation, and see, inflation went down overnight. Like, right?
Yep.
Like, no, fucking about that, dude. That is gonna again, fucking 279 billion, I believe. I could be fucking off of my number, but I believe it's $279 billion fucking inflation relief fucking spending package. If that's not a
Right.
fucking oxymoron.
Yeah, you're like, I'm spending at a deficit, man. If I spend more, dude, I'm gonna make everything even, bro. It's gonna work out.
Right?
It's
It's
insane out there, man.
dude, it's straight gambler's logic, man. Like, dude, like I know I'm down $400, man, but just let me get the title to the car real quick. I swear I'll make it all back, and then we'll be have like 10 times more. I'll buy you another car. Like, that's not how it works, buddy. Like, dude, it's straight. What the fucking? That's what they're doing, man. It's straight gamblers' fucking logic, except it's a pure. I mean, gamblers' logic itself is fucking stupid, but it's just pure ridiculousness, and they're trying to just sell it off to the people, and a lot of the people are buying it up. There's still people that think Biden's doing a great job. I mean,
Right. Don't you wonder who's really coming up with this shit, though? I
right,
mean, you obviously Biddens isn't writing shit, dude. You know what
right,
I mean? Sure, that guy has a hard time writing his fucking name, but somebody's writing it. Somebody's coming up with all this trash. That's like, let's debt spend and just keep debt spending, man. And we'll try to convince people everything's fucking good, and we're doing it for their benefit. It's a fucking nonsense, dude. It's been a wealth transfer for like 15 years solid.
right. Dude, it's fucking dude, it's the inflation's is theft, fucking taxation, or what's the new slogan? Fucking inflation is theft and taxation is something else now. But yeah, now it's inflation is theft, taxation is fucking I don't know robbery something. So speaking of fucking taxation being robbery, dude, 87,000 new fucking IRS agents, man. They're even putting out fucking ads. Fucking are you ready to kill somebody? You down to carry a gun? Maybe get in some dangerous situations? What
No,
the fuck?
yeah, and that's added to the already. What did we check it out earlier? 76.7 thousand or some shit
Yeah,
that already employed, man. And I think it was just a few years back it came out in an article. I believe it might have been in Vox even. It was like they bought like 1 billion rounds of fucking ammo. The
yeah.
IRS, man,
I remember
and
seeing
put it
that.
for a bunch of fucking firearms and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Like, what are they even need to be carrying guns for, dude? Like you guys are
Right.
fucking they're bean counters, man. They're literally fucking they're accountants for the most part, you know? Like the hell you need
Yeah.
a gun for, bro?
Yeah, dude, if you need someone to be arrested, you're supposed to call those dicks in blue, bro.
Right?
You don't do it, man. You know what I mean?
Right? Fucking but then again they want to tell you, "Oh, somebody's coming in and taking your stuff in your own private business." Just let him take it. You know? It's replaceable. Like no, dude. Like fucking I feel the same way about my goddamn taxes. Like, oh, it's replaceable.
Right. That's the precursor to fucking everyone's gonna rob you.
Right.
Dude, they're gonna rob you. We're gonna rob you, man. Fucking those people over there are gonna rob you. I mean, they're just setting you up, dude, for complete fucking chaos and loss.
I'm gonna hire 87,000 people and pay them with the money that we're robbing you to go rob you.
And then on top of that, dude, fucking they're saying it's only gonna be for people that make over 400,000, right? and there's fucking 2.6 million people in this country that do. And so, I mean, I haven't done the math on what that equals out to per fucking, agent or whatever, but
Right.
like,
They're
dude,
fucking everyone's gonna have a couple agents up their ass at fucking 24 hours a day. Fucking everyone that makes fucking more than 400,000 a year is you're gonna fucking you guys are gonna literally have to fucking make an extra room in your house for your fucking IRS agent because they're
right,
definitely not going after the middle class people that Biden promised.
right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I mean, we've gone through this kind of shit with old Burnsides, dude, talking all this fucking the millionaires and the billionaires and fucking, when you actually break down and do the math, even for just the healthcare programs he's talking about, if you taxed fucking all the billionaires at 100%, it would fund it for, something ridiculous like fucking 4 years or something. Yeah, or not even. I actually believe it's less. I think it's like 2.5.
Right? Fucking what was everyone saying about fucking oh, you could solve Elon Musk could solve world hunger with $8 billion, right?
Yeah, and people don't see right in front of them when you hand out a bunch of fucking cash, the price of everything goes up, man. What happened when they handed out stimulus checks, dude? I mean, I know I didn't get one, but obviously I watched the prices around me go up.
Fucking the U.S. fucking federal government collects fucking 3.3 trillion or 3.33 trillion in tax revenue each year. Well, roughly, that's what they collected in 2018. They don't seem to have been able to solve world hunger for some reason. Interesting.
Yeah, and actually, in this last year, they collected the most tax revenue in the history of our country.
This next year's fucking fitting to top that. You could bet that. I bet
Make bam.
87,000 on it. Fucking this gonna be fucking a good fucking year for tax collecting. I don't,
Right.
do you think the Biden administration or fucking just the Democrats in general know that their goose is kind of cooked and maybe they're just now trying to fucking burn it all down or fucking collect up every last fucking insider traded dollar they can to fucking before the whole shit house goes up in flames.
I'm sure that's a massive portion of it, but I believe they're also doing exactly what I said Trump should have did, which was break a whole bunch of fucking toys, dude, cause a whole bunch of havoc, weave a bunch of webs that it's going to take them years to get out of it. So by the time fucking, they even start to straighten it out, it's goddamn campaign season.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, shit. Biden spent the first 2 years undoing everything Trump did. Do you think now he's going to start maybe curing cancer and Alzheimer's? That's going to be his next 2 years.
It's fucking Dark Biddens, dude.
Right.
Dark Biddens to the rescue.
Fucking dark biddens. Yeah, that's some great shit, man. Fucking the left can have me, man.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, and nothing original. And if it starts off original, then they'll kill it with fucking text or fucking speech.
Right. Dude, fucking, I don't. I mean, fucking, we all know that the lefties are of inferior intelligence. No, I'm just kidding, but no, ultimately, like, I don't know, it's really they're fucking the voters on the left are all fucking just pure victims, just bleeding heart victims and stuff like that, and the people that run the voters on the left, they're all fucking evil cabal, fucking lizard, goddamn people, fucking turning frogs gay type people, like they're. But no, the Democrats truly. I mean, the Democrats in power, they're deep down. They're truly fucking evil people. They're truly not fucking decent in the slightest. They have that elitist fucking complex that they view the rest of the people as inferior. The people that vote for them, the people that literally are their livelihood, they view them as just the fucking those people. Like we saw with fucking with Pelosi, she's so for the children, and she loves her fucking her her minorities and stuff like that. But unless it's someone that's in the opposing party, then fuck their minority child. Get the fuck out of my picture. Like they show their true
Right, that was
colors.
good. Right. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, they definitely have the elitist thing happening. I fucking totally agree with you on that, man. But I also believe that the fucking shit that they talk, that they truly believe is fucking moral, man. And when they standing there pointing the finger, yep, 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 dude, they believe what they're saying to the
Right.
fullest extent. And I gotta think that it has a massive majority of to do with what we spoke of before, the old Frankfurt School, man,
Yeah.
because the left actually statistically is the more educated party. And like a Colorado, like Boulder, Colorado, for instance, is supposed to be the most educated place in the country, and it's all lunatic liberals.
Yeah.
And that's where they get that shit, including the whole complex of fucking, I'm superior because I'm educated, and it's just because, one, obviously memorization, regurgitation, and then two, because someone that they look at as an authority figure told them stuff. You know what I mean? Like a Faucism.
What was it, what was the term that dude used earlier today that was talking to us about fucking he's like, oh, you just kind of roll it up and that's what it's worth or something like that, talking about fucking degrees and shit like that.
They said if I don't roll it up on a little cardboard roll, it's worthless.
Right. For real, man. Fucking yeah, the whole fucking just like, oh, fucking how much can you pay for education? Well, that will determine how far you can make it in life. That whole fucking just the whole education system, the fucking the college system, the fucking the furthering your education, uh, basically it's a whole fucking sham, man. From the whole student loan programs to the fucking the ridiculously overpriced fucking degrees, the fucking the reason you have to take fucking liberal arts and all this and that shit to become a fucking plumber or to become a fucking whatever the fuck you want to be. You got to take literally every single other fucking core class with it just to work in your field. Like it's all a fucking sham, man.
That's why I think that I don't have an issue with like higher education to an extent. Obviously, the current state churning out fucking commies nonstop. That's an issue, right? But obviously, that's where you're going to get your doctors, your attorneys, nurses, yada yada, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I believe what you're saying. Like, if you want to be a plumber or something, I mean, just go to a trade school, right?
Right.
And community college is cool for certain things. I mean, they offer a wide variety of classes, some shit that you can't get at a university anyway, and it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper, man. But at the same time, if you really want to educate yourself, I mean, you can take every MIT class. You could go on misses, you could go, whatever, and take this stuff online for free.
Right.
So
That's what I say. We're in the age of information, man. If you want to be a mechanic, dude, there's a million fucking YouTubers that want to show you how for free. Like if you want to fucking
yeah,
if you want to be an artist, there's 10 billion Bob Rosses right now that will show you how to do it for free. Like it's the age of information, man.
Hey, don't talk shit, dude. There's only one Bob Ross.
Right. Fucking, you can't fucking outdo the original, But there's a million different fucking Wish versions, that will offer the same thing for free. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Which,
But alrighty, man. Fucking, you about ready to cut it?
man.
Alrighty, man. Well, from all of us here at the Liberty Bowl, we appreciate you guys stopping by. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to fucking talk to us on the show, fucking definitely hit us up in the comment section. Fucking don't forget to like, subscribe, tip your waiter on the way out, and yeah, fuck off, guys. Really stings the nostrils. All right, man. Peace.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, bitch.